The Miracle Perspective, showing you the person you are meant to be. It's finished.
It's the time of the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends. Let's go and be changed. TMP is doing the most. TMP is doing the most. It's the time of the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends.
It's early in the morning on a Wednesday, the 3rd of March this year. And I'm helping one of my friends who had left their things in December in my house. And now they are coming to fetch them so they can move into a new flat. So as we're moving those things from my house to the car, we're in a rush, you see, because I had to go work after that. So we're moving the things into the car, moving the things into the car, moving the things into the car. And now we're ready to go. I've got my phones, 2 of my phones in my back pockets. Well, I think I had the other one in my front pocket and the other one in my back pocket. Because everything was happening so quickly, my mind forgot. Somehow I didn't pay attention to the phone that was in my back pocket. So now we are moving, I get into the car. I'm like, come on, let's go. And I get into my car. Remember, I've got my phone in my back pocket. As I sit into my car, I sit on the chair. I go like, I hear, I'm like, ouch. In my head, I thought both of my phones are sitting together, so the screens have squashed on each other. So now the skins have broken. I'm so freaked out at the time. I take out my phone as I put my hand in my back pocket. It's one phone and the phone is broken, bent from the middle like this. It was not a crack on the screen. It was a broken phone, bent in the middle. Shucks, man. That was a painful situation to endure. Mind you, 2 weeks before then, my phone had a cracked screen, so it was not working. I took it for service. The same phone, I had taken it for service and it was away for 2 weeks. On the Sunday, actually it was on the Monday, the phone came back. So I'm using it on Monday, I use it on Tuesday. On Wednesday, this thing happens. I just paid money to fix the phone that had a cracked screen a week before, 2 weeks before. Now the phone is broken. Shucks, man. I was broken. Very much broken. As I do inquiries and check if there's hope for this phone to survive and revive and recover, they're like, unfortunately, the motherboard is broken. We cannot fix this phone. So that was the end of my phone. It was a contract phone, by the way. So the pain was so much because I was like, am I now going to continue paying for something I don't have anymore? And mind you, I need this phone for my businesses to work. I was stuck. And I got heartbroken the whole day. My whole day was messed up. And later I asked myself, why am I so heartbroken? Why exactly am I broken by the breaking of my phone? Which is it sounds like an odd cliche question to ask. But I asked myself that question. And I was like, I used that phone. I needed that phone. I needed the phone to function, to work on my businesses. That's the phone I use for everything, man. I've got all my bank accounts on the phone. Everything. I depended on that phone, right? The other phone is just like a calling phone. Doesn't really do the major functions that one was doing. And I had bought that phone late last year. So it was fairly new. And all of that came into my mind and I was broken by that. And I asked myself, I'm like, no, man, Chief, ask yourself again. Why are you really broken by this breaking of the phone? And this came to my mind. That I was not working hard enough. And in your head, you're like, how does these two correlate? How do these two things come together? My working hard enough and the breaking of the phone. What does that have to do with each other? I realized that I was not working hard enough and I didn't have enough income. Because if I had enough income, I wouldn't have worried about that phone because I would just replace it quickly and work would continue. So because I was underworking, I became too dependent on the small things that I had. And that was a huge realization in my mind. I started becoming angry at myself. The whole situation turned around. I'm like, I'm lazy. I started looking at myself and I'm like, you know what? You're not working, bruh. If you are going to call yourself a business person and you're going to be heartbroken by breaking a phone, then you're not ready for business. Because how about if it was your car that was in a major accident? Then your life would be over. And those are the risks that I should be prepared for because I decided to go into business. So when a phone breaks and I am heartbroken like that, I feel like my world is shut down, it clearly shows that I'm not doing enough to produce. That's why I'm dependent on the little. And upon that realization, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into my business account. Whatever I have, I'm going to buy a phone. And I bought a phone, a very good phone for that matter. Top of the range, it was out. It was new at the time. And I bought it out of anger. And I'm like, you know what? Now this phone has to work to repay the other phone and itself. And I'm going to be responsible for getting that and make it a success. And that was my wake-up call. And it dawned upon me that many people out there, they cry so hard for losing certain things because they value those things so much instead of valuing the income or the work that they are putting out that brings them more, so that they don't rely on the little that they have. So I became so reliant and dependent on the little things that I had. And I thought that was enough. I became comfortable. I accepted it as my comfort zone. It was my point of comfort. I was not even using it to produce work. And I had to be that honest with myself. And that's when I got liberated. And since then to today, the work I've done, super proud of myself because of the anger that I had from the breaking of the phone. And I realized, had I not had that calamity, maybe I'd still be lazy even today. Maybe I'd still not have this perspective that I have today. And many people cry when they lose certain things because they were relying on those certain things. They depended on those certain things. And that's not how life should be. We are created in a universe filled with abundance, and we choose to hold on to the little. And we want to anchor ourselves with the little that we have. In a universe of abundance, we allow our limiting beliefs to limit us to the little that we have, instead of trying to explore the abundance, the wealth of possibilities and things that we can get. And it's up to you to take the responsibility to say, you know what? For this to not be my anchor, for me to not rely on these small things, I need to work. It gets back to that. It's work that needs to happen. For as long as you look at your car and you're like, if this car can die, if they steal my car, it's over for me. You're not working. For as long as you look at your phone, you're like, if I lose this phone, it's over for me. You're not working. For as long as you have anything that you rely on so much, you're not working. Point is, nothing should master you. Nothing should be your anchor. And how do you make that possible? By working hard. Don't try to save what you have. Try to produce more. Because when you're saving, you are living in a limited mindset. You are living in a limited world. And you can't see the infinite possibilities that are out there. You're neglecting the abundance that is out there. So today, my challenge to you is, just like how I got the realization from a broken phone, I wish you get the realization from my story. That you are relying too much on the little that you have, and that is not sustainable. Because should you lose that, you never know what's going to happen to you. Well, guaranteed is that seasons change. Rain will come to you any day. Yeah, but be positive for a little, and I'm positive that rain will come to you one day. You just need to be prepared. How do you become prepared? Is by producing a lot when you still can. And that's my message to you today, ladies and gents. If you enjoy the content you're getting from the Miracle Perspective, remember to click the like button, subscribe, share, and comment below. Let me hear what you think. Let me hear your stories. And I'll be very, very happy to see you share my content with your friends and family. And by the way, if you want to build your self-esteem, you want to build your self-confidence, you want to build your self-belief, you want to understand your self-worth, you want to build up your value, and you want to be able to communicate it to the people who need it, click on the link below. Join the Miracle Perspective Academy. That's where I'm going to teach you how to become an effective and eloquent public speaker, to boost your confidence, and to improve in your professional and personal life. You also get to get a one-on-one coaching session with me, depending on the package you get. So make sure you click on the link below, and I'll see you in the TMP Academy. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow. It's finished.
The Miracle Perspective, showing you the person you are meant to be. It's finished.